views and opinions. The views and opinions expressed on Live at the Barbershop are entirely those of the host, guest, and caller and do not reflect the opinions of Live at the Barbershop or its staff. Viewers' discretion is advised. The following podcast is intended for mature audiences only and contains adult contents, graphic language, strong sexual content, and a whole lot of shit talking. So in other words, get your kids out the room.
Live, here we go at the Barbershop with your hosts, Misha J, Aaliyah, Black Republican, and those two crazy Caribbean guys from the Q&N show, Norris and Q. And now, the man of the hour, Mr. HNIC, Mr. Sleep When You're Dead, Hustle Now, the Magnificent.
Yo, son. What's up with all that?
Oh, I was just trying to amp it up, you know, like...
Oh, okay, all right, yeah, all right, I'm with that.
John, live at the Barbershop Podcast.
What's up?
Yo.
Yeah, we back in the building. Another Friday night, man. The shop is officially open, man.
Right.
Yeah. You know we do this on this show, man, on Friday nights, man. We try to have fun. We try to make it interested and everything like that. But tonight, we're going to do what we're going to talk about is not really, you know, it's a little bit out of the way. Okay. Like, you know, it's about the young lady in Mexico, the trip to Mexico. Yeah. The young lady, what's her name?
Shanquella
Robinson.
Yeah, Shanquella Robinson.
Yeah, we're going to talk about her. But before I do that, man, I want to let you know, my man John is running a little bit late. So man. I'm going to host the show tonight for now until maybe he pops up. But I'm going to introduce my boy sitting in with us tonight, man. Madness, Tough Talk Miami, man. Madness, what's up, man? How you doing, man?
Back in the building, man. It's all good. How you living, baby?
All right, it's good, man. And now we're going to introduce the rest of our hosts. Black Republican in the building. What's up, Blacks? What's up, man?
What's up? What's good, man?
Yeah.
What's up, brother?
Yeah, what's up, man? And we know we're going to, the queen of the show, Leah. What's up, Alia?
Hello, everyone.
Hey, Aaliyah, you see the roses he throwing at your feet?
Come on, man. We got a big up.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
We got a big up our quiz, man. Yeah. So we're gonna go into this situation about the trips to Mexico with this young lady. She went to Mexico in one day. Well, she turns up in Mexico one day, and the next day she's gone. That's sad. That's crazy. So we want to know about the group thing. We have been hearing a lot about groups this group of people just going on trips, just get together and go on trips. You don't have to be my friend. I don't have to be your friend, family, or anything. It's just a compact group, just Facebook and say, yes, we're going to do this. So we also going to discuss about this also. So Blacks, what your thing on the take that you have heard so far about the situation?
Them dudes murdered that girl, man. They literally beat her to death, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's literally, she fought two people in that whole scenario. Well, that's what they're saying so far. And after that first beating where the first video that leaked where they show her getting beat on, she literally wasn't even fighting back. She wasn't nothing. You know what I'm saying? You hear one person in the video say, damn girl, at least fight back or something. Do something. And she says no. Shanquella says no. So that means she didn't even want to fight nobody. It's probably some old beef that they brought up or whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? And you know how it is. Emotions take over people. And they just went to work on her. But the crazy thing about it is why she got knocked down on the ground, kicked in the head and everything. What they're saying is that other individual, what's the name? Winter. They're saying that she grabbed her by the neck while she was on the ground and body slammed her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Feel me?
Tragic stuff, man.
Yeah, but all of them came back home, you know, and then here's the crazy thing about it is they come back home early, you know what I mean? And then switch up all their stories. All their stories is saying something different. Talking about she had too much to drink, all this, she had an accident, this and that. You know what I mean? Come back, how you gonna come back and tell the moms, look the moms in the face and be like, oh, this is what happened, we don't know anything else. You know what I mean?
True.
It's crazy, bro.
That's crazy. I guess this young lady, she was just 25. She's younger than the whole group.
And then I guess the boyfriend of whoever that other dude is, the one that he put out another video up explaining his part, how he showed up after the whole incident.
Yes. Best friend or whatever. So Alia, what's your take on this?
It's just a sad situation. I personally, I feel as though they had to have some type of affiliation. You just don't go out of the country with people you don't know. So it had to be something. I don't know what happened, and I don't know why they're not saying what the reason was, but there is no reason to beat somebody who's not fighting back. Ain't that much madness in the world.
Because this young lady, there are so many videos popping up now of especially the dude that said he was late on the scene. He was just there videoing. Why you video everything and you're late for everything? Why video? Why we can't just help people these days and stop videoing stuff?
He's videoing because it's planned.
It's planned. Yeah, that's your thought.
Yeah, it's planned.
I believe so.
Yeah, and I guess taking her to Mexico, you know, it's a different jurisdiction, law, or whatever it may mention as, so they know where to take her.
Okay.
It's crazy. Your man is your take on it, man.
Oh man. All right. So there's a lot of stuff going on in this thing, man. First and foremost, I want to send my condolences to Shanquella Robinson's family. You know,
yeah,
tragic. This whole thing is tragic. I do kind of want to give a message to the people. Choose your friends wisely. Okay. I don't know if they were all enemies. I don't necessarily know based on what I saw if this thing was planned. Friends. I can't really see going out of the country to beat somebody down that's going to ultimately result in their demise. That doesn't really make that much sense to me.
Yeah.
There had to be tension, right? Because, you know, what happened before, we never know, right? You never know. All you get is the end result. End result is somebody is gone. They lost someone in this whole tragedy. Now, the dude, like Black said, I'm going to say it's the best friend. I can't remember what his name is right now. But he is.
I don't think no best friend was there.
I think that's what he was. That's what he's claiming.
So the one that showed up afterwards. He said it was his birthday too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So his take was that wasn't him recording. That's his argument. Like, yo, y'all don't hear my voice. That's not me. You know, he sounds like R. Kelly right now. Realistically, you know, this is my real life, man.
Yeah,
stop this, man.
And he said that he wasn't in the room when all that was recording.
Yeah.
He said that the one that was recording it was a gay dude. He even called him out.
Yeah.
In his other video, the one where he's shooting in the bathroom.
Not being there, it's impossible to tell what really went on. You know, and see the way my mind operates, man. I start dissecting everything. I need details. Who is this person? How long they've been rocking? Was there a fallout? What the fallout was about? Like, this is just, you know, this is how madness get down. Okay, that's how I operate. But again, basing it on what they're showing us, first and foremost, well, and see where I'm from.
Yeah.
If you jump into a fight, regardless of who started what, like where I'm from, there are no victims. Okay, I know this is gonna be kind of cold saying this, but there are no victims, only villains. All right, somebody said or did something, and there was a response. For every action, there's a reaction.
Yeah.
You know, who's right and who's wrong? Well, you know, the courts will decide on that. But based on what we saw in this video, Shorty wasn't responding at all. She was taking a beat. So I don't know if there was even a fight at all, because what I saw, she was just getting, you know, mollywopped. Like Shorty was already on top of her. You know, but for the second chick to come in and then grab her by the throat and slam her, I'm like, yo, man, like we grab our phones because that's the society we living in. Everybody want to record. You know, this is gonna be the one, man.
Yeah.
But this is somebody's child.
This is somebody's child, man. Her mom talked to her a few
child. This is somebody's
hours
mother.
Ago. Yeah.
You know, she has a daughter. So it's like
crazy.
We have to change our mind state overall, man, because it's grabbing the damn phone shit to record. That's not the way, man.
That's
on
not
top
the
of that,
way.
you got two people, whether it's a one-on-one, because it was never a one-on-one. You know,
it's
again,
never
based
because
on
this situation was not.
She's down.
Yeah.
She's down. I'm tagging you in, tapping you in. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Finish off. That's not cool. That's not cool. Whoever was in that room, hell, all of them need to be tried. But that's my take on it.
But what's happening now, one of the major situations that is happening now is if it's going to have a trial because of the situation of Mexico
in Mexico,
and
no, it will, because they said the FBI is involved now.
Definitely,
so
they're looking into it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the FBI is involved now.
Yeah, so it's a federal case now because of the fact that how it happened and where it happened, and the fact that the parents jumped on it so quick. You know, because the autopsy and everything had to be involved, and you know, once you're a U.S. citizen and other things like that take place, you need to have there's going to be certain jurisdictions that's going to be crossed. You know what I mean? Because they're going to be like, why is there a dead American sitting in your hotel? What's going on here? We need answers. You know what I mean? Yeah. So both countries or whatnot, they're going to start operating with each other to get these details. So it's going to be a federal case. You know what I mean? But the problem is, though, is if you looked, see, all of them are crazy now because they came back and they, you know, with their wrong stories and stuff. But if you look in the initial video, there's another shorty with the straight-haired brown chick. Yeah, she's recording on her phone to the right of the main. Yeah, so there's two people recording.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
so two people recording. So there's another female recording her, and like Black Eyed T said that the other shorty named Winter was recording the original video. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And she's the one that went and picked her up and then slammed her, grabbed her by the neck and slammed her. That's what they said. They said that there's another video out, or there's another video that's surfacing where she picks her up and slams her. So that's how they know about the other video. And they say when she slammed her, she never got back up off the ground.
That's some cruel thing for you to body slam someone and then take up your phone and start videoing again.
Well, they recorded the whole entire thing. So that's the whole thing. You go to another country with someone, plans and all of that, whatever the fallout might have been, you go ahead and you do this now on you know, as far as the grounds of, you know, I guess if you call it like a tourist estate, because anytime it's like a tourist spot where they know there's certain laws that are created for that to protect, you know, individuals. So for them to go out there and do all of this and then record the whole entire thing, come back home early, all of their stories are different, you know what I'm saying? And then none of them are coming forth. Then they all deleted their social media pages, like phone numbers ain't being picked up. Yeah, that's what they were saying. They were saying that phone numbers weren't being picked up. All their social pages are gone. It's red flags everywhere. Wow. So now they're screwed. They're really screwed because if there's a camera inside of that room or the hallway, or if there's someone that was next door to them that could hear all of this, because people don't realize them walls are stupid thin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if somebody heard all of that stuff going down, then trust me when I'm telling you, it's gonna be crazy.
So they actually deleted their page.
Yeah, they deleted everything. Phone numbers gone, everything gone.
Dude was saying he was receiving death threats.
Yeah, he was saying
I'm talking about the ones that was in the room while the recording was going down.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other
dude. You can always find those Facebook pages though.
You got Wayback Machine, you got all of that.
Yeah, they're gonna be able to pull that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's great. It's crazy, but my take on it also, they keep saying friends and friends. Are these people the group? Are they together from the same state? Or I only heard about the young lady where she's from? Are they
No, they the majority of them knew each other because
know each other?
yeah, there were certain key individuals that they mentioned that mom knew. You know what I'm saying? So they were saying as long as she's there with this person, then she should be all right. But that person was also involved with the whole situation. You get what I'm saying?
You
And that person's story is all wrong too.
gotta choose your circle wisely, man.
Yeah, but
And then if you fall out with people, man, sometimes it's better just keep your distance, man. Why are we traveling across the country to, link up? Even if because I imagine, and this is a younger group, so they probably was looking at like we could save a buck or two. We would get a group flight or a group stay at the hotel or the venue, whatever.
Yeah, that's where I'm going.
Oh man,
do you benefit from this?
Not with people you have real issues with.
Yeah, I know groups that goes on cruise, but I never know like groups going like flying out.
Yeah.
I know the cruise thing, they go on groups, they get a package for the group, and it's easier for them, but I never know by flying,
Even coming up, like I had a lot of homeboys, man, they would patch up so they could get a nice exclusive rental, that sort of thing, or they want to get a suite in this hotel, like they all patch up. But if you got pressure with people, man, you need to reevaluate that group as a whole and say, yeah, I'm not doing this.
Yeah, man, we get pissed at each other too fast, to go too fast. And the video phone, I'm just gonna piggyback on the situation that's happening now. Today, a situation happened at work, and somebody was like actually electrocuted, shocked, and on the floor bleeding. He hit his head, and there was a guy that came to do another delivery, takes his phone out to video. This continue happening so often. The manager got so hungry with him because the guy was on his face waiting on paramedics. They no response or anything. All we know that something was going on. We actually see his body. He's breathing. No answer from him. Nothing. Out. And this guy was taking out was videoing. Yeah, he was videoing while everybody else just
before
there.
you attempt to help, you grab your cell phone and start recording. I can't understand that at all. And that's
sad.
The society that we in now.
It's a society.
Yeah, instead of turning the dude on his side, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we know we weren't supposed to touch him or anything until paramedics come. But at the same time, we don't need to be videoing this kind of situation either.
Yeah, but see, even with that, Q, there was a time, man, where you could see a car crash, bam, and you jumping out. If you're in a safe position to assist, realistically, you're not supposed to touch that body. But that used to be our natural instinct.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, let me see how I can assist. You go into the car, you trying to see, hey, you all right in there, man? Now we just whip out that damn phone.
Yeah.
I can post this up later, man. It's gonna make some good content.
But also, there's this couple that went about 2 weeks ago back in Mexico City also, that was in an Airbnb, and about 4 people, I think, died. 3 person died from carbon monoxide. Yeah, that it's just crazy. You're going to enjoy yourself and people just coming up dead. What can you do? What can you say about that?
Some foul people in this world, man. Like you really have to investigate all that to know what's going on. That's a whole nother situation right there. Like we would have to go into the details on that one, but
yeah,
you just don't know people, man. Really, that's what it is.
So
I'm gonna travel to another country to take care of somebody. No, man, you could have did all that at home.
Yeah.
So I don't understand it. Like where we are now, times seriously need to change. People need to change. Overall, again, how you are operating in these groups of people. I tend to stay to myself. I rock with you all. We get together once or twice a week.
Well, but that ain't gonna stop you from traveling and enjoying yourself. At the same time, you just know your circle.
People with family.
Yeah.
All this friend shit, y'all have to stop that, man. Like friend for me is family. Family. If I rock with you, and I rock with you as family.
Yeah, I've always done most of my with family, not really friends.
in a situation like that.
Mm-mm.
So
So why don't you travel with friends?
it's not a matter of say don't travel with friends. I went on cruise with friends, but it was a part of family situation. Also, family was there. Nothing is wrong with going there, and you don't know who you're gonna your friend. You don't know who what will happen. That's the problem. You could go with family and things happen.
Things still happen. Yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes you just gotta know your circle.
So with this particular situation, I don't think that they intentionally tried to kill her.
Yeah,
I
that
do think that they wanted to hurt her and leave.
yeah,
And
true.
I think that was the plan, probably to beat her up and leave, not knowing that they will ultimately kill her.
Yeah, I
But the
think
thing,
it's just a regular mistake that was made. You know,
I don't think it was a
no,
mistake.
that's not a regular mistake.
No.
it's
Mm-mm.
I don't.
There's
No.
a lot of weird factors to this because the fact that she was naked, you know what I'm saying, while all of this went down, it was kind of weird. And then you look at the video, everybody's fully clothed. I'm just like, there's no swimsuits in the scenes. You know, I'm just kind of wondering like what is going on here. But then here's another crazy thing about it too. Is certain parts of Mexico is known for organ harvesting, so that could be a part in that too now. You know what I'm saying? Will somebody go over there next, you have some issue go down, you waking up without a kidney or something. You know what I mean? There's a lot of money in that market. That's the
Sex,
number one. That's the
Sex
number
trafficking
one thing.
too. Sex
le-
Yeah,
trafficking too.
yeah. There's a
sex.
lot of that. A lot of that stuff goes down. Like that's huge in the black market scene.
What she says, sex trafficking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sex trafficking is going on over there as well. The thing is that like for me personally, because I like to travel too.
Yeah,
Um, when I'm not traveling with just anybody though. So if I've traveled with some people and then I feel like okay, was some animosity in
Hmm.
between me and this other person that may potentially go or that's invited, then I may not go depending on the balance of things. Because if you never know, like even not even with just friends, but even with family, people have hidden animosity towards you or grudges that they may not have gotten over, and they are harboring that. So you go somewhere and people get drunk, something happened or whatever, things get out of hand, and then next thing you know, they talking about something that they been harboring all along.
Mm.
So things can get out of hand. The thing is that it's important. The message here is not so much as don't travel with friends or because it does not matter whether you're traveling with friends or family about who does what. Family hurts you worse than friends.
Yeah,
So,
that.
yeah,
and it can go either way. The
true.
message is that people need to resolve their issues. If you've done something to someone else, even if you don't think you're right about it, or I mean, even if you don't think you're wrong about it or right, people need to learn how to apologize. People need to learn how to take accountability for the things that they say or they do. Because just because you say it or you think, oh, well, it need to be said, don't always mean it need to be said, and don't make it right because you said it.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
So people get their feelings hurt, things get, people just have to learn. And I think a lot of times this goes back to what I was saying in the last show, and it ties together because people in general have a problem with accountability. That is the biggest thing. And I can't reiterate that enough. People have a problem with accountability, not just
Big time.
accountability for other people, but accountability mostly for themselves.
Yeah,
That's the biggest thing because tragedies and things like this happen, and people always in general, like we look at the situation and we say, well, this is, we can say all the good things in the world about this person, right? When something happened, when a person dies or something happened to a person, We got so many good things to say about that person, but yet every person is not all good.
True.
Yeah.
And everybody ain't doing everything all right at the same time.
That's true.
So when things happen to people, people ask the question, oh, well, why this had to happen to this person, or why does it? We don't know the lives that those people have lived.
What's going
All
on?
we know is what's in front of us. So just like we have to take accountability, and I know I'm not just saying that for just other people. That's for everybody, all of us. Like, because even though you might think you're a good person, does not mean that you have not said or done things to offend other people.
True.
So the responsibility relies upon you to take accountability for the things that you've done in the past, the present, overall, and make things right. That's ultimately the biggest lesson, is to make things right. Even before you decide to pursue other options of going places with people, doing things with people, what have you done? What have you done in your life? Not only to other people, but the people that's around you, the people that's closest to you. What have you done in your life that you need to take accountability for?
Yeah. So Ali, I know you travel a lot and you keep you have a little circle of friends. When you travel like that, do you actually get a travel discount, or you anything like that? The people does that for discounts?
I find my own discounts.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, I'm not looking for. And then if a person is, because sometimes, like, my biggest thing when I'm traveling, if you might have somebody that say, oh, well, I can't do that, or I can't spend that, or I don't, or they get over there and then they talking about what they don't want to do. Those people you don't travel with again.
Oh,
So it's like it depends upon what or who. Like, you have to take a lot of things into account when you traveling with. The people have to be on the same page, number one. Number two, people have to be able to get along together depending on how long you're staying, wherever you're staying. I can't only get along with Shangria for 2 days and then be on a 7-day trip with Shangria.
I see what you need.
Because after 2 days, me and Shangria might be fighting on the third day.
Yeah, you're gonna fall out on the third day.
You get what I'm saying? So when you and a lot of the younger generation, they fall out with these people, and the next day they hanging around out with them the next day, and they ain't resolved nothing.
Now, real quick, Aaliyah, would you go on that same trip with said person and they brought someone in? Like, they bring a friend, or
depends on who they're bringing in.
Okay.
It depends
on who the person is.
Yeah, because if you go into another country, you got to vet those kind of things.
Yeah.
You can't just bring any in. If you got beef with somebody and they're bringing somebody with them,
Yeah.
they could then turn around and jump your ass because you don't even know who that person is. Some rando situation.
The biggest thing is people might know you and you don't know them.
Yeah, there's a lot of things. Both of them might have animosity against you. Any situation like that where you're going out with somebody and you feel a certain way, get your own room. Get your own room. And y'all just go ahead and meet up wherever you want to meet up, but go back to your room.
That's not how that works, though. That's not how that works. If you doing that, then you might as well just do your own everything, because in order, like, when they set it up, could be like 2 people per room or 3 people per room. It depends on how many people in the room. So if you get in your own room, you either got to find 2 other people that you want to share your room with, or you're gonna be in a room with who knows who you're gonna be in a room with.
Well, the spot they had though, they went in, it looked like they got like a mansion type Airbnb or something, because they were saying that the whole thing was just stupid big.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It had all sorts of rooms, game rooms, and everything else, and just this giant villa type setup.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know what the deal they did. It looked like they tried to do like like just a massive party type deal. They said that because the way the guy was saying, he was saying that they were supposed to go to like a chef spot where they're supposed to do like meals. They're supposed to go ATV riding. They're supposed to be doing all of that. You know, because
But if they were supposed to be doing all of that, how did they jeopardize doing all of those things by that incident?
they didn't even get to doing any of that because literally the mom said that she spoke to them the night. She said she spoke to them the night before they got there, and the daughter responded that she's gonna go eat or something like that. You know what I mean? And she said that was the last thing she heard from her daughter that night. And the next day, daughter gone.
24 hours.
Yeah, like a day after.
Hours, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, y'all fly way over there spending money just to go do this, and then they fly back, and then they fly back early. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That definitely was already in play because people ain't change. If you changing your flight, that's some money to change your flight. So if you already had booked your flight early,
yeah,
they booked. They had to have whatever they talking about. They was playing, probably wasn't playing.
Yeah,
because in order you can't just do that and then have a flight already ready to leave. You would have had to book that back home flight already.
Yeah. So questions
That's
are
not something you just call up and just be like, "Oh, we want to leave now."
Questions are being.
You know what I'm saying? That's not you. That's not how.
Unless they bought a flight back home.
That's what I'm saying. Either
outright.
Because I mean, remember now, it's Mexico.
When they book their flight,
yeah,
to go, they book their flight to come back early. Is what I'm saying. For whatever day that they talking about, they was leaving early.
Unless it wasn't a round trip. Unless it was one way and then they did a one way back.
Nobody ain't going over there. Not no round trip.
I mean, you got people that do that. Yeah. There's a lot of people that I know that do that in Jamaica, but they don't do round trip. They just do one way and then a one way back.
That's probably because they don't know how long they staying.
No, but if
even if they did do a one way, they still can't just automatically say we finna leave
today.
No, but what I'm trying to say though is if there's a flight available for them to leave and they just did a one way there, then they could book a flight back if it's available.
They can. I didn't say they couldn't. What I'm saying is
extra.
It's right. They're gonna have to pay extra, and not only that, there's going to be a time in between from them to get where they're going to get to the flight. So it's not gonna be just no easy flight for them to just jump on
and check out of the hotel.
Right.
These things are for Airbnb.
But think about this though. Think about this though. They must have all came up out of pocket to get out of that situation. Because the way they were saying how they just scattered and just frantically just went all over the place. And then they said that the dude that showed up that said that he was recording when he got there and all of that stuff. And he had a video of him walking up to her trying to wake her up or whatnot.
Yeah.
He spoke to the moms and he was talking stuff. So then now after that, the like two of the other girls showed up with him back to the mom's spot, I guess giving their side of the story. You get what I'm saying? So moms wasn't buying into any of it. So it was going on a while before we actually got this video and all of that, because they one of the other girls released a video saying that she was scared. So that's why she released the video. Yeah,
she released it to whom?
Online, I guess.
Why are you gonna release it online?
Yeah,
because that's how people are.
Police officer or somebody who's investigating the case, not online.
You know they in the streets, man. They know the snitch policy and all of that, but they snitch on themselves through social media. That's why I always say. That's why I always say the whole thing is dumb. It's beyond stupid these days.
I mean, this is not something like when I probably was maybe like 21, and I used to go hang out at this particular club that I used to go to, and this girl one of my friends, which I call her my friends because this is a hard lesson that you have to learn. But I consider her my friend, and we used to go hang out at this club all the time, and we was at the club and, we was having a good time. I had a couple drinks. I think she probably had a couple drinks. And this guy, he was trying to holler at me. So in the meanwhile, this guy's trying to holler at me. I'm not thinking about who he may have talked to in the club or who he messing with in the club or none of that. You know, I don't got nothing to do with that. He coming over to me, he having a conversation, you know, we having a conversation or whatever. And I'm really not interested like that. So, you know, I really don't care. But it's a group of girls who's watching the whole thing. So the situation, they create a situation to wherein one of the girls bumped me. Mind you, I don't know these girls, but they know me because they've been watching. So I don't know these girls. So the girl bumped me, and then she say something like, "Oh, you gonna get your little ass beat in here," or something. So me, I'm like, who this chick is? Like, who do you think she's talking to? So my first mind say, don't say nothing, but the liquor said, what the fuck you gonna do? So I say, well, what the fuck you gonna do? Because she bumped me. I'm still standing in my spot. So next thing I know, I'm getting jumped by a whole clique of girls. Now I don't know, you know, I'm in that club every week. So I don't know these chicks been watching and plotting. You feel what I'm saying? So, but that's a different situation. But I said that to say this: people are, whether you think people, whether they hold animosity against you when they're around you or whatever, people who you have around you, not only that's your friends, but people that's in your vicinity, you don't know what's going on behind closed doors. So even if you out and then you drinking or whatever, you can't let your guard down ever, because you don't know when it's gonna come out.
She was on Henny time at that point.
Yeah. I mean, that was a hard lesson. That was the first night. I think that was the first time I think all my life when I was younger, I would fight boys. So I would just only fight guys. I never fought girls. But that was like my first fight that I had with like some chicks.
See, fellas, now you know
my friend like and my so-called friend, I looked around, she wasn't nowhere to be found. I'm all on the ground, like this, bottles and all types of stuff.
Hey, no, at the time she had the flip phone. She had that razor phone.
That's crazy.
Worse, man.
And all of it had to do with this guy that's trying to holler at me, and they watching him trying to holler at me.
Yeah, so
that's sad.
It's crazy, man. So this thing is not about no friend and no plot. It's just
it might have been him motivated.
Maybe I don't think they would take her that far to do what happened. No. Things just accidentally goes overboard.
Keep using that word accidental, man. That's not accidental.
No, that's not accidental. What he mean by accidental? But no, what he's saying is that they didn't intentionally go to kill her. But that's what caused it. That's what happened. And what I think that people forget is when they do stuff like that, they don't look at the possibility of somebody, they could hit their head or on a rock or something and die. Or they could go into have a seizure all of a sudden and die. They don't think about that type of stuff. They just be thinking about getting out whatever it is that they're harboring.
When you see the attacks, when you see the attacks that was going down, like I'm talking about, she was fighting. Yeah. She was fighting Shanquella for with murder in her eyes, man.
And she wasn't fighting.
Yeah, like you beating on Shorty, and she's not fighting back. She's not doing anything. Mm-hmm. But you hitting on her. I'm talking about the way she was going at her. It was like you slept with my father or something type of attacks. You know what I mean? It's like I'm looking at the video like, damn. First of all, you got multiple females in the room. You got multiple females in the room. She butt ass naked. Everybody's recording her, so that means right then and there, you don't even care about her well-being at all.
Mm-hmm. Nobody did.
All.
Nobody.
You get what I'm saying? You had dudes in there, you had females in there. No one stepped in. Everybody's literally just been like, "Damn, you look pitiful. At least do something." You get what I'm saying? Like they were disrespecting her as she was getting her ass whooped naked.
I don't know.
I'm just looking at the whole thing this is a whole jump back
I
for the
don't.
culture in this one.
I don't know. People do see somebody getting beat down, and they tend to just cheer it on. I've seen it in schools, so it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, in New York, they'll just walk past you.
Yeah. No, everybody's trying to get the
Times
video.
have shifted. Nobody's squaring up anymore. See, like the era I came up, I'm an 80s baby. The era we came up in, if the man fell down, it's one of two things. Either you reset or we done. You know,
Yeah.
you good, all right.
It's never been that law for females though.
No.
Females always fought that way. I've
Yeah.
seen females knock a girl on the ground, take her shoe off, and start going at it with the shoe. And I'm like,
Fight
and
is
you
over.
literally got to rip them off of each other.
Alia
Oh,
says she
man.
usually beat up the boys.
When it goes to that point with certain females, bro, they go out. I'm talking about like they'll beat the whole thing into you. Like you got to remember that hit for the next 10 years. The way they fight,
It's
females fight crazy, bro.
yeah. That's
Why
what
people don't
Well,
understand.
I know for me, whenever I got into a fight, I be fighting to teach a lesson. I want everybody to see the fight, and I need y'all to see me do what I'm gonna do to her, so y'all won't try me. That's just my whole point.
So
There's
you go-
always
so
somebody
you-
bigger.
so
There's
you go-
always
you
somebody
go-
like, ooh,
when you gonna
challenge accept.
you go all in. I mean, you go all in with everything. That's the rest will understand what you're coming with.
When you what?
No, I'm saying you said you go all in when you're in that situation, so the rest will see where you're coming from.
Yeah, because I don't, you have to think like people who really don't bother anybody or don't mess with nobody, and people just have problems with you just for no reason. Like, okay, you really, I done had two girls. I done had two girls, one girl come up to me in school and tell me that was supposed to be my friend, tell me, oh, such and such want to fight you and I'm gonna help her.
You know what I mean? Hey, shorties, bro. Shorties are vicious, bro. They're vicious.
You see what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So when
Never know.
something like that happen, you like, all right, okay,
And it's all good until both of them catch a beat down.
yeah.
No, I mean, no,
Okay.
I get what you're saying because I used to be that dude that just sit in the back with the headphones on, drawing all the time. You know what I mean? I didn't mess with nobody. I had a bunch of
Yeah.
friends and all of that, but for some odd reason, I just always end up with somebody just not liking me because I don't conform, either I don't care about what their title is, who they are.
And if you're
Because
this,
I was never the type of person
And
where
sometimes it
somebody
just
said,
be
"Oh,
how
don't
you
you know
look.
who that person is?" They're like, "Don't you know who that is?" And I'm like, "Who cares?" I look, you know what I mean? Because it's like, why am I sitting here cowering for another human being? That don't even make no sense. Yeah, I mean, so I used to get up in fights just by like, you could be looking somewhere and somebody think you looking at them, and all of a sudden now they're like, "Yo, what you looking at?" Yeah, I'm looking like,
You
"What?"
talking?
You know what I'm saying? Like, what's your problem? So now I'm getting mad because I'm like, the fuck? Ain't nobody looking at you. You know what I mean? And here, when I came here in America from Jamaica, I realized that a lot of Americans, they love to talk. They walk up in your face, all
Yeah.
up in you doing this, and you like, yo, yeah, I gotta cut you open. Like, what is this?
What do you mean?
You know what I'm
Jamaicans
saying?
love to talk too.
Yeah, but and we fight. And then we fight.
Which
You know what I'm saying?
which Jamaican?
They deploy and they get the poking.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
Yo, it's crazy. And then I'm talking about they walk like up in your face. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, yo, I guess you just want to get duffed in your mouth then. You know what I mean? So I used to get into so much fights because of that. Because I don't want nobody, wailing on me.
Say
If you
different.
come into my territory and you come at me in those kind of manners, then we going at it. Because automatically I'm going in self-defense. Like, maybe this is what he wants to fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, let's go. You know what I mean? But I used to go crazy because I gotta let people know, like, yo, I might be quiet and I'm chilling, but that don't mean I'm not nuts. You know what I mean?
It ain't even about you being quiet. It's just about people just feel like
Yeah.
they don't know. They're trying to gauge who you are as a person because you're not outwardly showing them what or who or what you're trying to be because it's not important to you. So, I mean, that's the story of my life. Like people in general, they don't even have to know you. They just don't like you because based off of how you look. Okay, she looked like this or she looked like that, and then they don't like you, or he looked like this and he looked like, oh, I'm gonna try him. I'm gonna just see what's gonna happen. And that's what people are doing. They're basing it off of that, and then they're just saying, okay, well, I'm just gonna do this. And some people, and this is what happens in St. Pete, in my area, girls will fight and then be friends the next day. Who's doing that? Like they fight after they fight, and they say, "Oh, okay, well, yeah, now we can be friends." No, we not being friends because I'm not fighting my friends. And we ain't be going at it like that.
Go do my hair next week.
I'm not doing that. And that's another thing too, because these girls be messing with these girls that do hair, boyfriends, and all of that, and then they'll go sit in their chair and get their hair done by them.
Yeah, just put about what Murray had said earlier. I can see Aliyah being 8 in the gym.
I had a so-called friend that leave me and some other friends in the Miami Carnival during the carnival was stranded.
Yeah,
because she thought I wanted her dude.
She didn't think you wanted her dude. Her dude wanted you, and she knew that.
Okay,
that's how that went.
That's some insecurities though, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's all it is.
But the thing is though, but see, that's another thing too. Like you see, just off of thought, majority of men wouldn't do something like that. You know what I mean? Where you go down to somewhere and then you leave somebody stranded. That person could die in a scenario like that because they're in a whole nother area that they're not prepared to get up out of. You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of times you confront somebody if you got that kind of thought. You know what I'm saying? But if you're on a mission, you got something set up, do that afterwards. You know what I mean?
I think the most I done left somebody on the side of the road.
What, dudes confront dudes?
Dudes will confront the dude.
About his girl?
If I feel some type of way, hell yeah. Dudes do that shit all the time.
No.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like you abandon the person down in a whole other area.
If I see my brother confronting a dude over a girl, that's I don't even want to say nothing.
Yeah, I mean, look,
I don't want to say nothing
to me.
Confront
certain things. There's nothing
over your girl.
If the girl, look, depending on the circumstances and different things, if she's cheating or something like that, there's no need to confront nobody. You can have her.
No.
Done.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, right.
Raise the bags and keep it moving. That's it. You're good.
Out.
Like, what's the sense in what you mean? No.
Well,
why would you argue?
Because we would hope that it would go that way, but that's not how it's going. Yeah, you're saying that's you should just do that, but at the end of the day, when it really comes down to real life situations, it's not what's happening.
I mean, to each his own. That's my situation.
They want to go out. They want to go out with the bang.
I'm fighting over no bird. Nah.
Yeah, to each his own.
It's good. You can have her. Facts. Straight up.
Yo.
Now hold up. Now my apologies. I was late. I was coming in from out of town. So, I heard some tidbits here and there. So what I wanted to ask, because Aaliyah, I know you travel and you was explaining certain little things of how you and your friends travel. Now lately there's been a surge of blacks and females traveling in these large groups, 50, 100, 20, 50, and 100. You know what I'm saying? To get the discount situation and flying and stuff like that. I think Q had asked you. You said you don't really do it.
Yeah.
But have you heard of anyone else? Because I know there's I believe there's a site or page.
Yeah, you got like travel buddies, travel buddies and stuff like that.
So in situations like this, because for myself, I can personally tell you, I had an incident that happened. I got sick in the Bahamas, and my face swole. So it was the worst thing trying to find a doctor. I mean, literally just even getting to the hospital
Yeah.
was the worst. And then when I finally got a doctor, the doctor told me he was gonna call me back. His daughter's having a birthday party right now, so you're asked out until when the party's over. So for people who are traveling abroad, is it something where now, from situations like this, do you research more than researching as far as the jet skis and where the ATVs are? Do you need to find out where the local doctors, the local?
Yeah, you need all of that.
Yeah, you know what? You know what? You are so right about that. You definitely need to research that because
we don't.
That is something that I have never researched. I have never researched any type of medical or hospital at or fire department. And we had an incident when we went to Mexico this year.
Mexico.
I think it was this year we went to Mexico and we got stuck in the elevator for like a couple hours.
Whoa.
So the elevator wouldn't open up. So we trying to call the people who own the hotel, who own the hotel or whatever. And he was like, "Oh, I'm not even there." So he's, he had to call somebody else who's over the property. And then he was way out the way. And then they didn't have we called the fire department or whoever, and they was like they closed on the weekends and all type of stuff. So the thing is that when you have situations like that, that is an important thing that you should be researching because a lot of these places don't have nothing like that in place. And some of these places aren't even open at the time that you're even going.
I was shocked.
Yeah, especially when people trying to go to them like small, like significant places, them little like out of the way places because the scenery is better or whatever the case is.
And
anywhere you going, you gotta like bring some form of preparation. You know what I mean? Backup knowledge, something. Like I don't think that you should go anywhere in the world.
You got these people dying when they going to get these BBLs and all this type of stuff because these people don't have medical facilities for people that they can be in.
Thanks. So here's the thing too. So I think a few things people should do on their checklist, right? Make sure have an extra like a credit card that has that extra money on it. Funds on it, or have that extra cash tucked to the side for emergencies, not just to party and have fun. Put that to the side, but then have the extras in case of an emergency. Because I'm gonna tell you what happened. Same thing when I was in Bahamas. I got sick. The problem was I went over on a boat. When I called in to just find out how much it would be to fly back, because I would have to do like a private situation to come. When they hit me with that, I was like, yeah, my face gonna have to hold on because
who is that person?
No, they said about the embassy. That's a good thing though, especially if you're going like Europe or Russia. You're going to Europe, Asia, any of those areas. You definitely need all of that because their laws are way different than ours.
Embassy, I got the code word.
Yeah, I'm saying that. I'm saying
Callie, what's up?
I'm saying that's really interesting. What
you see.
She's smart with that.
The embassy.
Yeah, you see how many people go to like they go to Dubai, and they go to other places like that, like especially shorties that like outspoken shorties that be up, like them cats do not take lightly with women and power trips. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of things that could go down in those type of laws. You know what I mean? But they go there because they want the hype, they want the pictures, they want the videos and all of the other nonsense. You know what I mean? But next thing you know, they end up on some ransom note or in jail or or worse. You know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff, man. The thing is people look at social media and they see, they see the happy ends, they see the reels, they see the stories, you know what I mean? And they like, oh man, it looks so much fun, this and that. And they want to experience the same exact thing. So what do? They jump in and they run at it, thinking that it's just going to be the same thing. It's just nonstop fun.
But James, you post all these questions. Have you ever done it before?
No, I've never done it before because let me not say that because the the line of work that I'm in, we have to have certain safety measures.
Yeah.
So any city that I fly to, I gotta know where the local hospital,
That's
police
like
stations.
that's like protocol for the job.
Yeah, that's the protocol situation. So with now traveling, yes, me personally traveling on my own or as a group with friends,
You know, you need that, man.
because we normally automatically just look to just relax, enjoy, and not worry. Like I'm not working, so I'm going there to just go chill. You know what I mean? Like I recently went to Cayman, and I didn't look at none of that. I was looking up ATV and caves and you know what I'm saying? So that's the thing with it. So the main thing is just the mere fact of knowing now with situation. This is not the first, and it's definitely not the last. You know what I'm saying? So with that, and then knowing that abroad, the tourism, the money that comes in from the tourism, the bad press, and all these things. A lot of these places won't
talk about
or really devours what really happened. They'll just sweep it under the rug.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you something. When I was in Mexico,
Yeah, that'll hurt their money.
Tourism.
I saw police shaking people down. Like I thought, when you hear about it, you say sometime like, I don't really go on. No, when I went there, people were drunk. Police was shaking them down. Like, okay, how much you got on you? And I'm listening to this. I'm like, yo. So I'm saying to myself, I'm glad I'm cabbing it. Like, because if I had to drive and they see or they notice certain things, you get that flash, they pull you over now, better come out of pocket.
Yeah.
So with knowing all of that and the travel situation and seeing all these different, because like you stated earlier, during that same weekend, 3 other individuals died in Kabul as well.
Yeah.
Different circumstances, but we didn't even hear about it.
Yeah.
I heard about it.
Yeah. You remember
spread. Yeah. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So but imagine, go ahead, Black.
No, go ahead, Fisher.
No, I was just saying, just imagine things that go on that is still under the radar, that we haven't heard about. Yeah. That didn't make any news because their family didn't say, or it wasn't some foul play situation and different things like that. When people go out there, they get drunk. It's a spot for people to just wild out sometimes. Some people want to let loose and different things like that. So
that's the worst places to go to.
Well, I'm saying it can go left real quick.
Especially if you ain't prepared, that's the worst spot. And see, you know me, I'm a prepared individual. I gotta have
but even
I gotta have as much stuff as possible.
But that's the thing with you being super prepared. You can never be fully prepared.
Yeah, I know that, but you still got to be prepared for yourself. You know what I'm saying? You can't be prepared for scenarios, a whole nother country and other things like that. But like researching, if you go down to somewhere, right, and you say, all right, this area I'm going to, they're going to have caves there, they're going to have this, they're going to have that. You got to know, what kind of season is it in that area? High tide, any of that kind of stuff. Because these individuals will take you into areas that are not ready for tourism. They'll take you there because they want to make bread. There's certain groups of people that lead tourism. You know what I'm saying? And those individuals by themselves get paid. So if you don't get that group, another group takes another section of tourists. You know what I mean? Through certain areas and stuff like that.
You know what? That's you made a good point, Black Republican, because this is something that I don't think that anybody ever thought about. This is why it is important to have a husband or significant other, because women don't generally think about those things. Men do. So when you're traveling with a significant other, they're going to be more in tune with those types of things that we're delirious to, because we just, we want to have fun, we want to do this, we want to do that. So we'll go do it, but we're not thinking about all the other things that come around that. And I think that's important as well.
Even right here. You see this bag right here? This bag I got clipped on my unit right now. Got whatever I need as far as medical wise, you know what I mean? Anytime.
You're a different breed, Blacks. You're a different breed.
Yeah, because I don't like, I'm the type of individual that don't like the world taking advantage of me.
I was giving you a compliment. You just
No, but here's the thing though. There's a lot of, but you see the thing is people want to go to exotic, crazy places, right? But then they've never experienced outdoor at all. Never grew up on the land, none of that stuff.
Oh, man,
their skin ain't even equipped to take certain bug bites.
My skin is.
Like I'll get bug bites and be like, what the hell is that? You know what I mean? Other people get bug bites and they breaking out, they itching.
My skin is, and I'm allergic to mosquito bites.
You see what I'm saying? But here's the thing: certain places got mosquito seasons. Certain places got all sorts of other seasons that they won't tell you about. So now you go down there and say, "Oh, let me just get some off. I'll just put it on me real quick." Nah, it ain't even strong enough for that. You gotta have long sleeves.
All right, so
you gotta have all sorts of stuff.
Wait.
That's a survival pack.
What you got in the black?
Huh?
No.
A couple of crackers. That's survival bag.
I know he got that Swiss Army knife.
Hey! I got everything I need in here. You know what I mean?
Y'all ain't asked the number one question. What's the number one question here? What's the number one question? When the hell has Blacks been on vacation?
You know what I'm saying? I've been on vacation.
Yo,
hey, I go where it suits me. You know what I'm saying?
The last time I think Black been on vacation, we went to Atlanta. I don't consider that a vacation.
No, I've been other places.
Where you been, Blacks? Tamara.
As far as what? Countrywide? I went to Jamaica a few years ago.
Few years ago.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
The last year, where you been, Blacks? Or the 6 months ago, where you been?
I didn't go anywhere.
You can tell it.
The only place I went was what?
You just started going places, John, and you already talking about where he been.
Hold up, shorty. Wait a minute.
Get him off of you, Black. You gonna let him sit there and talk to you like that?
Hey, I don't worry about all of that. Look, my goal is not to be flying all over the place if I don't care about flying all over the place. Why do I need to be going all over the place? I'm trying to build something here. I am trying to build something. I don't got time to be going all over the place. If there's a situation that suits my goals somewhere else, then okay, I'll go there and take care of that. But people just want to go. People want to go on a trip because they want to get away from their existence here, or they want to go somewhere because they want to enjoy it. I don't care about any of that stuff.
No. People want to go other places because it's a different experience. Yeah. That's why I go places.
You're addicted to traveling. You're addicted to traveling.
Your friend is talking to you. You heard her?
Why do you say I'm addicted?
How many times a year do you travel?
As many as I want.
As much as
okay.
Every month.
If I could do it,
addicted to traveling. Don't even give me that nonsense,
man. Every month. Okay. Every month.
What did you say?
You travel.
Hey, like you got a bucket list. Oh, I gotta scratch that one off.
You got a bucket list.
Exactly. He's absolutely right. I do have a bucket list. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't even consider that a bucket.
Yeah.
But that's what these females are calling enjoying life.
That's what living their best life.
That's what we're here. That's what we're here to do. We're here to find new experiences, because I feel like if we go different places, then we open up our possibilities of things that we can do, not only in our minds, but in our thoughts too, because it gives us new avenues and ways to look at things instead of looking at it one way of what we've been told.
Most definitely.
Traveling is not just about, just saying, oh, I want to travel and I'm addicted to traveling. You learn a lot of things going different places. Like for me, Mexico, one thing that I learned in Mexico, my question was, every time I eat food, and I'm sure, I don't know who all been to Mexico or not, but they can attest to this too as well. But every time when you sit down and you get ready to eat, you will never get hot food.
Yeah.
You will never get hot food. And the reason why that is because of how the food digests when you eat room
Cold
temperature food.
Right.
It's not necessarily cold, but it's room temperature.
Room temp. Now let me ask the $1 million question. You know how to speak Spanish yet?
Who?
You.
I'm taking Spanish 1 right now in school, and I don't know none of that shit.
I got something for him. Primo. What's Primo? What's Primo, baby? What's Primo, baby?
Hey, Google Translator works miracles.
And I got a 93% in that class too.
You got an iPhone.
93. You should know what Primo is. Primo,
exactly.
Baby.
And I got to take Spanish 2 next semester.
Yeah, I know a lot when they say
write them sentences.
When they say grande.
Password stamp me, please.
That's right, Maria. I'm with you on that one.
And to let Maria and Aaliyah know, nah, I didn't just get off the porch. Facts.
Yes,
I didn't just get off the porch. I've been off the porch for a minute. Okay, my Timberlands done touched down to many places. You heard?
Listen, man.
We ain't talking about when. We talking about now.
Blacks.
No. From Seattle down to Detroit.
What's up, you?
Blacks, it's beautiful when the plane lifts, man. But when it lands, all the bills come back.
Oh, hell no. We return.
You came back thinking about it.
Yeah, your bill's always gonna be there, man.
Yeah,
I even realized that I was like, because somebody said, "Did you ever think about if you catch COVID while you over them places?" I was like,
"Oh yeah, I remember asking."
I never even thought about catching COVID while I was going over to them places.
She said, "I don't."
So
but here's the thing, though.
We don't.
You better hope you never caught COVID overseas in another country.
Oh no, I know. That's what I'm saying.
You would be locked down. They would admit you for at least.
I know. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying I was like, I've been doing all this traveling. And I didn't even think about if I would catch COVID while I'm over there. It didn't.
But this is what I'm trying to say. The preparation. A lot of people say, "Oh, you always trying to prepare for something and this and that." But why not? Why not? You just gonna walk out your house and not even thinking about anything. You just gonna just walk out the house. Hell no.
If we get a hurricane,
hey, Republican, you know what? You might be a good husband for somebody.
Who's talking about?
This might be. This might be.
I got an umbrella in my truck. I got tools. Let me tell you something. Wherever I gotta be, I'm there. I'm doing it.
It was just a compliment. You don't gotta tell me all that other stuff.
I'm not telling you, Jack. I'm talking.
Max, I know you got some crackers and stuff in your bag.
They know some long life crackers.
Something that they got those stuff.
Did you say crackers?
Crackers. You know crackers.
Listen.
Not crackers, just crackers.
So crackers like biscuits.
Just crackers.
You
hey, listen, man, y'all ain't trying to Kanye me. You heard me?
What's Blacks is doing is nothing wrong though, because you have people in bunkers.
Survival of the fittest.
So hold on. Before we finish, did anyone know anything about the hospitals? You know, you heard of it?
Hospitals, yeah.
All right. So what are your thoughts on that? Because when I went to Aaliyah looking crazy, hostels, the hotel.
He said hospice.
I ain't hearing. No, hostels. Hostel.
Did you say hospice?
No.
He did say hospice. I
he said hostels. You said hospice.
I didn't even hear.
I thought I heard hospice.
No.
But now I know about that too.
Yeah, okay, I know about hostels.
Right, so now going to a foreign land. I mean, I already know the answer for all of us in here. We would not be in there, but I ran into a dude and he was cool. And he asked me to drop him off over there.
Hell no.
Dropped him off. I'm like, what is this spot? He said, it's a hostel. I'm like, at the time, I didn't know what it was. I'm like, what the hell? What's a hostel? He's like, oh, it's a bunch of us that we just all gather in a room and we just sleep here. And so I'm like, he's like, we all use the same bathroom. We all, it's like 5 to 10 people in one. I'm like, what?
Nah, cheap. I'm good.
Super cheap. So I'm like, listen, homie, you are crazy. So what I'm saying is, in a place like that now, I mean, come on, in a foreign place with people from all over,
I wouldn't even be picking up and dropping off no random ass people in a foreign area. Hell no. Let me tell you something. Those individuals that live there know the place way better than you. And for them to be relying on a tourist to drop them somewhere, they possibly planning on you.
Yeah, you lunch me.
That person that chimed in to say $20 a day, did you stay at one? Let me know if you stayed at one.
I'm not staying at one.
No, I'm straight. I'm good. You ain't flying across the whole world
My
just
teeth might be
to
too white
skim
for
on your
them.
dollars. You ain't flying across the world to skim on your dollars, bro. For your safety, if your safety is involved, hell no.
Hell no, sassy. They say, primo, them teeth white.
Yo, anywhere I've gone where I had to be in a hotel or anything like that, I make sure the windows are locked. I make sure all of that stuff set up.
South Beach?
On South Beach Plus, for real?
Yeah, they got all sorts of stuff around. It ain't just overseas. Chicago's known for that too now.
I don't think that would be sanitary.
Yeah, that too. Nah. I mean, the dude was mad cool, but
People nasty, man.
yeah, I ain't.
Nah, I'm good.
You don't know whether you sleeping next to a serial killer, a rapist.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You know the reason why I like to
You might
learn.
have something in your butt when you wake up.
What she said?
Hey, that joint just sticking out like.
And on that note,
no. You can't. I mean, maybe a long time ago you probably could do stuff like that, but now, no, we don't need no Jeffrey Dahmer sleeping in a room next to me.
Hey, Jeffrey Dahmer's happened back then though.
No, I know, but I'm saying at least it wasn't as common. Now it's like people want to recreate stuff that they seen in the past, and people doing all types of crazy stuff, and their mental is gone. Like people don't have common sense.
Frenchy.
Yeah, California, they do that a lot with the bunk bed situation. California got they got apartments set up where there's like 4 bunk beds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And people rent out the bunk bed space.
They're doing that up in DC now.
Yeah.
See, yeah.
Japan got these one spots called egg cartons, bro, where it's small enough for you to lay down. They got a TV mounted above you and whatever, but all you're renting is just this little room space to lay in. They call it egg cartons.
Wow.
But I like to. It's anytime you thinking about traveling.
They probably ain't doing nothing. They just traveling.
Well, a lot of business people use those because they just need a spot to sleep and then wake up and go and do their own thing. They're not really there to to do whatever.
So wait a minute now. So you saying I'm bad and bougie when when I said I went to a spot up in Ohio, right? And when I walked in, yo, I like a jail cell for real. I walked in and I'm like, yo, what's this? I saw my homeboy was with me. I said, yo, what your room look like? So I go, yo, listen, I've never seen a room where the TV is mounted over the microwave. I've never seen that.
Oh, man.
That was the first clue, like, yeah, something ain't right here. So when I walked in the room, the first thing I saw was a TV and it was right over the microwave. I'm like, yeah, I'm not feeling this one. I've never seen that. Then I walk in, the bed is like, it looked like a jail cell. I'm like, so I walk back to the front desk. I'm like, yo, this the only spots you got? Like, what's this? She said, yeah, that's how all the rooms are set up. I said, yo, mine smell like I don't even want to mention it, but it smelled like somebody was doing something up in and smoking while they was doing it. Like, I'll do a Bernie Mac, you know? So she put me in another room. That was even worse. That had blood stains on the sheets. When I saw that, I said, yo,
Berkeley, bro. Oh my God.
Crazy.
Hey, madness. They told me one time I was crazy. Every hotel I goes to, I carry a sheet.
Yeah, it don't even matter.
Yeah.
That don't matter.
No,
when you got blood stains on the sheet.
Yeah, I know. But I said, I do that.
I slept like this because they didn't have any other rooms. And what made it worse, the AC, they didn't seal it. So I'm looking right in the parking lot through the AC. It might have been. It just kept getting worse and worse and worse and worse as it went on for the night. So I told the girl, I said, listen, straight up, you're going to have to bring me like 6 sheets and like 3 comforters. And I need the plastic that go over the mattress as well. Because I'm
So you considered
what? I didn't have a choice.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now.
I know
you know the reason.
Ohio in balls busting coldness. You think what am I supposed to go sleep in the car? No.
Hey, you know the reason. You know the reason why. No, but here's the thing. You know the reason why your night was getting worse is because you forget to realize that you're probably in a small town in Ohio, and the way you acting screams out of towner. You're disrespecting how they place look and all of that. So they are downgrading you every time they say they're gonna do something else for you. They purposely tortured you because you were shitting on them, you know. And then you got the New York accent. They hate New Yorkers. They fucking hate me.
I don't even know. You know what? Hold on. What made it worse? Right? I'm gonna tell you what made it worse. One of my homeboys, right? They separated us, so it was 3 of us. So
John, you came in late. You don't have time to tell stories. You missed that boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, remember, John? She used to beat up boys now.
She's bad.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I don't know what I was saying.
I was just saying. Look, what made it worse? Look. My homeboy. No, I'm gonna just tell you real quick. What made it worse? My homeboy. They separated us, right?
You know what that means?
Literally walking distance. He was at another spot. That shit was the bomb. So I'm asking him. I said, "Yo, where they got you staying?" They got me right up here. And my other homeboy looking at it like, "Yo," I said, "Yo, fucking." I said, "We going over there where you at today, straight up." So. I said, listen, I called. I said, listen, right now you better change me ASAP. Better change me ASAP. I'm going across the street over there. This is where we going. I told my man, yo, pack your bag, going over there. I don't care what they want to do. Nah, not doing that. So that's what I'm saying.
What that song again?
What song? Bad and Booty, baby.
Black Eyed T put out the box. He said, wrap it up, man.
That's what I get for coming late. My bad. I came in from out of town. I don't know
why. Hey, that pillow came up. That body size pillow came up out of nowhere.
Good to have you back. Look at her. Yes. Primo. Okay. Yeah, look at her. Yeah. Those pearly whites. Look at them cheeks. So, all right, we're closing now. So, what do we say now? When we traveling, be more aware of your surroundings.
You got to prepare, man. Just prepare for the travel.
Prepared. Now, hold up. Now, one thing I must say with blacks.
Travel with blacks.
We would have to put blacks to the test. Because we would have to send a shorty out there in the right bikini and everything to make sure that black don't pack the utility belt. Because when Black's here, he's probably not going to have everything he said he would have.
You out of your mind? Why would I not have that? Hey, I'm there to protect you. I'm here to be secure. Not to get yanked up into some rando ass situation.
Black, I didn't mean you, Black. I meant Q. My bad. Not you.
I was about to say, like, you bugging right now. You know how I roll.
Yo, Q would be Q be in the airport and figure out his sneakers. Barefoot. He had TSA, he like take his shoes off. Q's like, no, I did.
Hey, walking with one shoe and one sock.
While we in the pool, Black somewhere tested the wind. If it's same.
Hey,
yo, look at that jet stream.
If the air's getting a little salty, it might rain.
And just don't have too much fun. Look at the jet stream. Look at the jet stream.
Hey, and guess who? Guess who everybody's gonna be coming to when shit happens? Yo, Blacks, you got something for this shit? I know you got something, Blacks. That it always happens that way. Every single time. Cats are looking at me like, damn, bro, you got something for this? Oh, okay. So I'm the carrier now. Huh?
I know blacks have a couple bills in their cars, clubs, all them stuff. First it.
We got about 10th of
Yo,
No, but I'm telling you, you need to be prepared.
let's just mentally. We must say condolences again though. On a much more serious note.
Yeah.
Shanquella Robinson and her family tragedy is a tragic thing, and this we wouldn't ask this to happen to anyone out there. We have sisters, daughters, cousins and different things like it go for male, female, just human beings. So at the end of the day, we gotta do better. As people, we just gotta do better. And I'm hoping for justice for her family.
Yeah.
And that something can happen. And for the friends, the so-called friends, you really need to step up. Especially her best friend.
Wonder if we should still
best
be
friend.
using that
Quote unquote.
friends.
So-called. Because again, we
Yeah,
all
and that's the one the moms said that, oh, as long as she did with that individual, she should be good.
She's safe, yeah.
But Aaliyah made a good point. Sometimes family be the ones, the family be the ones that be the worst enemies. Facts. So at the end of the day, we know, Yo, close me out, please. Aaliyah, you want to close out tonight?
Sure, why not?
Look at this.
Yeah, you hear his voice?
You know what I'm saying? What's that?
You can't trust her in a trip.
So I'm gonna be the one in that hospital looking like I don't trust Shorty.
Sure.
Shit, your ass almost ended up in one, dropping on some rando at some damn hostels. What the hell? Next thing you know, they at your door and shit. Get your ass out the
Almost in the
car.
freezer.
Oh, you can't trust
Hey,
her.
but before we go, y'all need to research. If you're going out and you're getting a rental, right, from anybody, because everybody goes out, they want to have this nice looking rental. They don't want no hoopty rental or whatever the case is. They will mark your vehicle.
Yeah.
Check your license plate. They'll mark your tag. So if someone, police, whoever, they know you got bread. You get what I'm saying? They'll mark your vehicle, especially depending on where you go. So you need to check your vehicle before you drive off. You know what I mean?
They put stickers on the bags, different color stickers, tell the different class. And that's what they. So I heard allegedly. Aaliyah.
With them Gucci bags.
Hey, we don't rock with Gucci. Cut it out.
No.
Go ahead.
That'll never stop.
You're not gonna tell Aliyah though.
Aaliyah gotta go.
You're not gonna tell Aliyah to leave her Gucci bag.
Aaliyah gotta go. Go ahead, Aaliyah. Sign us out, baby.
Okay, everybody, check us out on all platforms: YouTube, Facebook, Anchor, Amazon Music, Audible, Podcaster, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts, and iHeartRadio. Until next Friday.
Yes, sir. Love you, man. All right, yo. Family for life. We out.
You.
Blacks. See you
Go
later.
out in the world and be somebody.